Hey there, viewers, and welcome back to What's Up Wednesday 1/2/19 edition. I'm joined by the very lovely Mrs. O. She's come in to see what all the shenanigans are about, keep us under check, an eye on us, and she brought dinner, diarrhea in a bag. Thanks, Mrs. O.
Sorry.
No, that's great. First, we'll do a chicky check, microphone check 1, 2. Make sure everything is loud and clear on the interweb. I have turned off the compressor, locked the doors, disconnected the phone. So we'll make sure everything is good. So this is about a 30-second delay over here from what they see and hear versus what we see. Oh, there's Helga. Hello, Helga. There's Helga. She went by in the blue wrench. Looks like... Oh, and there's Corey. He's another blue wrencher. So if anybody says anything naughty in the chats, anybody with a blue wrench can permanently ban them from the channel, and that's what will happen. So keep that in mind. All right, looks like we're coming in loud and clear. So I don't know where to begin. Cuba reminded me that I forgot to turn off the super chat, which I got to do in my settings before I start a YouTube thing, a live feed here, I guess it is. So I will do that next week. So I did neglect to do that this week because that's what we agreed on last week. Uh-oh. You gonna wear it? You want? Here, you can go off camera. Here you go. Wipe your mouth off. Come on, you look like an animal.
You had to start early.
Yep. Well, I'm saving mine to eat.
Could have whipped it down in 3 minutes.
No, get some heartburn. Let's see, where do we start? At the beginning, one viewer says, so I printed off some of the emails that were brought from the What's Up Wednesday email inbox. And in case you do not have that address, I'll pop it up for you here on your screen. Now, I do not have any fancy editing skills, so I'll do it the best way I know how. There's no dots in it. Bear with me, folks. We're at Outlook.com. This is the What's Up Wednesday email address. It's W.U.W. SMA@Outlook.com, and that stands for What's Up Wednesday Self-Made Auto at Outlook.com. Questions, comments, concerns, or more importantly, topics, discussion topics. If I was fancy, I'd have it like on the bottom of your screen here, but I really don't have that skill set.
Is it backwards to them?
I don't know. I'm sure they can figure it out. These are a bunch of fine people. They know how to do the email thing. And of course, if you want to send snail mail to be read on What's Up Wednesday, the address is I think in the description of most of our videos, there's a P.O. box there. You can send it the old-fashioned style where you use a pen and paper, write it out, lick a stamp. Do they still sell?
You can't lick a stamp.
They sell no more licking stamps.
Not that
I bet you could still lick it and it would stick. Anywho.
You probably could lick it.
So we'll bust down through some of these emails. I do have some mail that showed up in the actual mailbox. They want to know if you're eating a Dorito Loco Taco. What is it?
I don't know. First I had a naked chicken taco, and it was I didn't know what it was with the tortilla. It was just chicken. It wasn't a tortilla.
So instead of a taco shell, you get a piece of chicken, beat flat, probably processed, and then formed into the shape of a taco, filled with taco goodness.
It took a really long time, though. We were in, to get the food. Anyways, not very fast.
The people are going to be kind of amazed that you're actually eating that.
Yeah.
Like in all your shows, you're like, here, eat this guacamole, boo-boo-boo-boo stuff. Here, boom, 7,000 carbs.
I'm only 8 months today, so.
You're only 8 months?
I only ate once.
It's like I didn't even know you were 7 months.
So
chicken with no goodies means naked. It's not real Mexican, it's Taco Bell. That's the fake Mexican. Right? I'm sure if we went to Mexico, they probably didn't have a Taco Bell. I'll go through some of these emails real quick. This one comes from John, and he writes, Eric, could you do a scanner topic? I've noticed that you use a number of different scan tools in your videos. I almost said videos. would you mind covering the different models that you use and which scanner is best for what? Now, this is a question that I am often asked, and I'll have to simply answer that by saying I really can't, John, or anybody else who asks that question. And the reason being is I don't feel that I could give a scan tool a full-on review, because I think to do a scan tool review, you need to use the tool to its full capacity on every make and model that it has the capability of working on, which I can't do. I don't work on European cars. Most of my scan tools have European coverage. They could be perfectly good, like on General Motors or Chrysler, or the big three, some Asians, but can completely suck on a European car. And I'd hate to feel that I kind of persuaded somebody's thoughts into getting one of those, and then find out they have a Volkswagen and the thing's a piece of garbage, or they try to hook it to their BMW and it doesn't work at all. So I don't feel I'm the best for that. I just try to use the scan tools in my videos. Oh, thanks, Mark. Appreciate that. Oh, we have another super chat up here. I missed it. From Larry Milhalik. Thanks for a great channel. Thanks, Larry. I missed that. But I guess getting back to what I was saying is I don't feel that I can do a legit scan tool review, because I think there's too much to cover to do a proper review. I know a lot of channels do it and they get a ton of views. However, I think there's a lot of open areas in that. If you guys have any more questions on that, or perhaps a way that you think I can execute that where it would be satisfactory to everybody, send that to the email address there that we had. It's at the bottom corner of your screen. What's up Wednesday SMA@outlook.com, and I'll consider it. However, that's my thoughts. Next on the list.
Wait.
What?
I need to get.
Oh,
Excuse me. Sorry. These are my favorite things from Taco Bell.
What?
The cinnamon twists.
Oh.
They're so good. I love them.
I can hear your arteries clogging. People already think you're always high. Now you're eating this stuff.
I'm just fun.
I swear, every single video. I'm not high. I got to show some support for the great channel. Oh, thank you. Well, thank you, guys. I do appreciate that. And Mrs. O is not high. She would take it. We'll do a live on-screen drug test. If you would, well, we can show the results of the drug test. She's not high, trust me. Imagine if she was. That'd be a video. Anywho, this one comes from Paul, and he writes, I felt the video that you provided a car for someone in need was among the best ever. Could we, the people helping, give a car to someone in need? Legal hurdles are no doubt an issue, but that would be great if someone that needs transportation could provide a car, maybe one a year. So I think there's some grammatical errors here. I think he's talking about that if the people could help out, donate towards perhaps, helping somebody out to get a car in need. So I've given this some consideration after, helping Amber out with her car. And I've come up with some thoughts on that. I have no objection to helping somebody, even if it comes down into the sense of getting them a vehicle and providing it to them at no charge, like we did for Amber, where we get the car, tax, title, registration, everything's taken care of. She swaps over the insurance and away you go. We did get a host of emails following that and messages saying, people would like to donate towards that. My only objection to that is I gotta be nice about it. I gotta think how I want to say it. I would be concerned that somebody's feelings might get hurt because they've given to a project, and perhaps the project car, in this case, didn't go to somebody that they felt worthy. Let's say we did get some few nasty emails about people that said, oh, you gave it to a single mom, you're an a-hole, that should have went to a single dad. And then we got other ones saying, oh, you're an a-hole, that should have went to a veteran, or that should have went to
it could only go to one person.
Yeah, I did not single out like a single mom, because that's what I was drawn to. It's just that's who we knew. That's this is the lady that was brought to my attention that could use some help. Now, if this was a dude, it would work just the same. Or if it was a vet or a family in need. Either case, I'm not objective to anything. So I think if I continue to do this, and it was just out of the goodness of my heart and out of my own pocket without other people's inputs, it just alleviates all those problems. Am I saying this correctly? I just feel that if we like say here, give us some money, we're going to set aside for like, Eric Carr guy did with fixing it forward, we're going to put it in this kitty and we're going to use it for that. I think unless there is a plan already put in place, like we found this person where everybody knows what this person is, whether male or female or family or, black, white, brown, purple, whatever this person is, then they can give to that cause, I would think would be the only way to kind of sideline all those problems. So that's my thoughts on that. We will likely be doing more of this in the future, but as far as setting up where the people can donate, I'm not 100% sure on that right now until I figure out the logistics of it without having feelings hurt, because people nowadays have a lot of feelings, a lot, and they need safe places. I don't have no feelings. Just one, mean. So hopefully that answers some questions there. Moving on, I'm not seeing a lot over here in the chat right now. We'll bust through this. We'll get over here in the chat. We'll have a good time. This is all be all jacked up on soda.
It's my first caffeine for the day too.
Oh gosh. She'll be like, what? This one comes from MDS 357. I don't know if that's his real name. If it is, it's weird. How'd you make out with the Vantage? Did you fix it or replace it? So I had my Vantage Pro, and I think you guys seen in one, I don't know if it was a video or a live stream at one point, it broke and I was PO'd because I called Snap-on and they told me it was like $600 to fix it. Well, I only paid $600 for the tool. And needless to say, long story short, in a fit of rage, I took the battery and I slammed it into it real hard. I probably F-bombed it a few times. It turned on. It's worked ever since. So I didn't have to set it in. So yeah, anger does solve problems.
No.
Solve that one. I'm serious. That's what I did. I was like, freaking tool, blam, boom. I threw it in the box, blam, slammed the lid. I'm like, I think that just turned on. Turned on. Worked ever since.
1 in a million.
Yep. Oh my gosh.
What's your biggest shop New Year resolution? Rust Belt Mechanical in there.
My biggest shot. I don't really make resolutions. If I had to make one right now, what would it be?
I give it a minute.
To keep eating unhealthy, drink more coffee.
No, that's a lie.
I don't know. I don't have resolutions. My resolution is to not make a resolution. Boom, done.
That's what our 9-year-old nephew said. He said, my resolution is to never make a New Year's resolution. And I said, good time to start is when you're 9, I guess.
There you go. Geronimo Gaming hooking us up. Awesome channel. Keep the BJOs coming. Appreciate that, Geronimo. Owen, 5 funny monies. I think those are the yen or the pound or the Yeti. I don't know. You do great work. Keep it up, man. Appreciate that. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I should turn these off. From JC Smith Projects, donation used as you see fit. He is the one. You want to know who JC Smith is?
Okay.
You remember that apple pie moonshine that you had?
Mm-hmm.
That I got like this much of?
Mm-hmm.
That's the guy it came from.
Thanks.
I told him, I was like, I think she drank the whole thing. He's like, no way. I'm like, yeah, she did.
Liar.
You did. Drunk.
That's what you're making me to look out like. Thanks.
Everybody knows you're stoned all the time.
Oh my goodness. Why did I come here to be harassed?
I don't know, because we love you. And people want to see your reindeer. Your block reindeer. I got multiple emails on that. Like, we want to know how she turned a block of wood into a reindeer.
I don't.
You don't have to draw a picture. Just bring them in next week. We'll be here. Dean, they're always teasing me with pictures of ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What's this one? This one comes from Mr. Young, 33.99. Do not know if that's his real name either. And he writes, love the show. Your videos are great. I was just wondering how you charge for unforeseen circumstances, also known as rust. Curious if you adjust labor when it takes an extra hour or 3 to do a job. Keep up the great work. Awesome when y'all gave that girl the car. I assume he's a Southerner because he wrote out the word y'all. Or he's just abbreviating. One or the other. What was the question? Oh, how do I charge for unforeseen circumstances? Typically, I'll bring a car in. I'll look at it. And I've been doing it long enough, I can usually tell if there's going to be an unforeseen circumstance or if it looks like something shady's about to happen. So I'll look at a car. Let's take, for example, like if we're doing exhaust man. What?
I was looking at this napkin you gave me. Like, get there and, like,
don't use
wipe
that
my
part.
face with it. Look at it.
That's clean. Take, for example, like if you're doing exhaust manifold, somebody comes in with their rusty, crusty Ford pickup, and we look at it. And I say, well, it's already got 2 broken manifold bolts. The other 9 look angry. Here's book time on it. I'm going to adjust myself an extra 3 hours because experience has told me it's going to take me about an extra 3 hours just with the ones that are broke, the ones that are potentially going to break, and, things should go good from there. Once they agree to that, I tell them, once I get in there, if it, looks like it's getting sketchy, I'll call you. Most customers will be like, well, if it's, a couple hours beyond what you said, just go for it. So usually there's kind of an agreement up front. If for some reason I totally did not foresee anything, I'll start a job and I'll call a customer and just tell them like, we've got this apart, here's what happened along the way, this bolt broke or this was corroded or this connector is all crusty. I'll just ask for extra time then. Most customers are quite generous. It's not like I'm calling asking for an extra, 2 days of labor. It's usually that, that extra hour, extra 2 hours, whatever. But yes, I try to plan for it, I guess, if that answers your question.
Can I read one? Is this one okay to read?
They're all okay to read. I've proofread them.
Do you think they drew that picture?
I didn't draw that picture. I don't know. It's pretty nice, though, if you did.
Can you please talk about and show us your recent snow plow installation? I'm planning on buying a plow for my F-150, and it'd be great to see what brand you choose for your Tundra. Thank you for all your great videos and taking the time to share knowledge. Sincerely, do you read it?
No, you say their first name. Scott
D.
We don't say sincerely. We always say love always.
Oh.
Love always.
Love always. Scott D. from New Jersey.
From Jersey. The people from New York, they don't like the Jersey people. Like, the Jersey, it stinks over there. Let me go turn off my heater.
Great.
You can tell them what kind of plow I got,
I don't know. Something about a dog. He's always barking when he needs to go plow.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to go use the dog.
Gotta get out the dog. That's what I tell them. Push back the bankings. That's what people from New England say. Like, oh my gosh, these super jets are going bananas. What we got here? Are there no issues with the Ram 6.4 truck engine? Mine ticks, chirps when cold. I don't know of many issues with it. The only one I've actually fixed was had a dead injector driver on it. The wiring harness had rubbed through on the power steering line over on the passenger side of the engine, rubbed through about 4 wires. Other than that, I don't know much about the 6.4. I don't see a lot of them, but that's the only one that sticks in my mind that I actually fixed recently. Happy New Year's. Love the DJOs. Keep up the good work from Ron Robinson.
The plow.
Oh, the plow. Yeah. Just talking about the dog. So I call it the dog.
Give him your bark.
No, I ain't gonna give him my bark. Usually I get my get the dog out. Pushing up the bankings. That's what people in New Hampshire say. I think we already talked about that.
You did say that. Yeah, you did. Man.
And every time I drive, I'm like going to push back the bankings. And I don't really do anything, but I love saying that. Anyhow, yes, I bought a Snow Dog SD 75 for my truck, 7.5-foot plow, stainless steel. The reason I chose the plow for my truck is because I have a half-ton truck, just like Scotty here with his F-150, or F1 Sissy, as J.C. Smith Project calls them, because he's an F-250, 350, 550 guy. Anyhow, I've got a half-ton, so I wanted a plow appropriate for a half-ton. So I did my research. Now Fisher and Western both make plows for them. However, they were a direct drive hydraulic lift, and I didn't want that option. I wanted a chain lift on my plow, so when I pull into the banking, the plow can actually float up and not bend the frame on the plow. And that's the main reason I chose that. Plus, it was stainless because I didn't want it to get all crusty. What other reasons? I don't know. Oh, and I also wanted one without the integrated module. So Fisher and Western both use the plug and play module. Now I changed a lot of these for guys that come in because their headlights quit working, all this crap quits working, and you got to buy a $300 plow light isolation module. Well, I know that's a bunch of hocus pocus because you can do the same thing with just 6, count them, 6 relays. So mine uses a 6 relay system that switches over from plow lights to truck lights. Something goes wrong with mine, it costs $2 for a new relay. Something goes wrong with a Fisher or Western, it costs you a $300 isolation module. That's the main reason. in my or in the email, it's at the bottom of your screen, WUWSMA@outlook.com. You can also let me know if you want to see a video on the snowplow. Now, I didn't think of it, but there are some people that live near what they call the equator who've never seen a snowplow or how it goes on a truck or how it actually even operates, you know, on the vehicle. So, you distracted me, woman.
I'm sorry. Oh.
So I'd be more than willing to show the video of, you know, the mount, how it bolts to the vehicle, their direct fit mounts made for the Tundra, how the wiring harness goes in, the extra relay, the aftermarket garbage that has to go on the inside, and what a clean installation looks like, because it turned out beautiful. So I'd be willing to show that, but I would just personally think that's boring. Maybe you guys don't.
Wiring take you a long time?
Yes, because I'm anal retentive. And I had to cut every single battery cable so it fit perfectly, because they just want you to wad it up, like stuff it in. Mine looks factory when you pop to it. It's beautiful. It took me 2 days. Directions said it's supposed to take a couple hours. Either way, it's in and it looks tight. So anyhow, put those answers in the email inbox. I just don't want to miss them over here. Oh, what am I missing here? Lakeside Ranch. Crap. Can't click these when they go by. For your use as deemed fit. I'm JC Smith's head moderator, Mason. Oh, you're JC Smith guy? Oh, he's head moderator because JC Smith does a live chat like every 10 minutes. I hope he's watching and hears me. Appreciate it, man. Thank you. JC Smith is like the live guy.
I don't know what that means.
He's always doing live because he's working so hard. He always does live videos like this all the time because he's working all the time. He's a Ford man. You don't even watch YouTube. Does plowing wear out your truck badly? Probably if you abuse your truck, it could. I don't plow with my truck commercially. I plow out my driveway so Mrs. O can get out of the driveway, and I plow out here at the shop. And, you know, if like Meemaw called and said, Eric, I need to get the plowed out. That's not how Meemaw sounds, but if she did call, I would go help out Meemaw. Both my brothers have plows on their trucks, so I don't have to help them. My dad has a snow plow on his Kubota, so I don't have to help him. But, you know, if somebody called, I'd probably help them out. This one comes from Chad. How often do you maintain your vehicle lifts at your shop? There's a trick question, Chad. We maintain them as often as any other shop maintains them, and that's when they break. That's a pretty short answer. It's about like, do you maintain your air compressor? Yeah, when it quits running. So I try to keep maintenance up on the lifts, keep the cradles greased a couple times a year. Usually when they start squawking, I know they need greased. If I see the cables, the equalizer cables starting to fray, I'll get new cables. If the lock release cable starts getting wonky, I'll put a new one on. Not a lot of maintenance. What else do I do to them? Oh, the seal started leaking on the one cylinder on this one, so I just bought a new cylinder for it. Didn't even bother repacking it because the cylinder was pretty cheap. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh, read the $24.99 question. Oh, is there a question? Oh, what is the battery powered light I use? Sorry, I did not see that at first, Steve. Thank you for showing me that. What is the battery powered light I use? Actually, Steve, I use multiple different battery powered lights. The OG, that means original, was the Astro 40 SL, which is just like this one here. This one is my OG. This is my 450 SL Max. And then I also have an Astro 650 SL, I believe it is, which is like a retina melter. Watch this. So look, see?
I love it.
Isn't that great?
I'm gonna eat this burrito of yours just because. Are
you eating my freaking lunch? You are too. You must have smoked the weed.
I want.
You're over. This is like your 10th one.
Here you go.
No, that's okay.
No, I don't want it.
Oh, all right.
Let me bite it.
Is it a chalupa? I just like saying that.
It's a steak burrito.
I went to school with a girl named Guadalende.
No.
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah.
Here?
Yeah.
In the Boca?
At the naughty school. Or was it Guadalupe? It was Guadalupe. I just like saying her name. You don't remember?
What?
We were in the same school, woman.
What? No, I don't.
Remember her brother drove a Monte Carlo?
No. What was her brother's name?
I want to say Jose, but it's not. It was I remember her name was Guadalupe, and her brother had a Monte Carlo, and I thought it was awesome.
Are you sure you're saying her name right?
Yeah, because I remember her last name, but I don't want to say it. Julio. Her brother's name was.
Oh yeah, I remember Julio.
Yeah, and her brother's name was Julio.
Did he go to Bosie's?
Yeah, he went to the bad kid school too. I remember
he went to my.
No, he went to auto body because he was painting his car like once a week.
But I think he was from my school.
He was originally. Then we all ended up there, the naughty school. Dun, dun, dun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Mrs. O was in the naughty school too. Back in the days of.
But you had like your home school and then the school that they all sent the kids to.
Yeah, but we were there full time.
Yep.
Full timers for life. That's a sign we made.
It's that.
Yeah, I'd be like, Mrs. O, how long are you here? She's like, life. We did stuff like that. I don't really think
you did.
I might have. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, let's see. We got JRC54. How you liking that OTC scanner? Thinking about getting one. I like it, but like every single scan tool I own, it has its issues.
I'll be right back.
Where are you going?
Oh
my gosh. So I like the OTC scanner. I have the Encore and the Evolve. I like them both. They're pretty strong on domestics. They have a few quirks I really, really, really wish they would fix because they would be great tools if they did. I've shown those in my videos. I've shown, the problems that I think are with the tools and some stuff that frustrate me on them. I can also show you them same problems and same frustrations on the Altel, on the Launch. So I can't, I try to answer the best I can. Overall, I give it a score of like 7 out of 10 if I had to ask, if you had to ask, if somebody asked me. Let's see. This one is from Dave from the UK, and he writes, Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, ho, ho, ho. I added that part. Have you ever found jiggly bits left over when you finished a job? Don't forget, if we've done it, you can do it as well. P.S. I love the reference to our sausage is bangers here in the UK and the mashed fish chips and mushy peas. From the heart of the not so United Kingdom, the industrial Midlands. If you look into the palm of your hand, the Midlands would be on the right middle. Good wishes from Dave, near the UK's most famous road landmark, Spaghetti Junction. So that's Dave from the Spaghetti Junction. Is Big Clive close to the million mark there, Keith? Must be if he's tuning them. I love Big Clive. It's so crazy. I look at Big Clive, I'm like, man, I bet this guy sounds awesome. And then he talks and he's like, oh, this guy sounds so sweet. He's just a nice sounding guy. Oh, is he up in here? Where's Big Clive? He's got to be in there. Oh, he's got to be. I must be missing him. Clive, if you guys don't know Clive, go over and watch him, because if you want to learn how to solder, there he is. Boom, Big Clive. Oh, he's over here jumping on my channel. That's okay. He is welcome to my channel. He's driven a lot of viewers over here. And I try to reference him when I'm trying to do something that he does way better than me, like solder, circuit board stuff, explaining, speaking without word whiskers, that kind of stuff.
It's not that great, is it?
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
It's supposed to be a steak burrito.
It's like Subway. You go to Subway, I don't care what you get. It all tastes the same. They're like, do you want white or wheat or like this weird exotic stuff? Like, I don't care, lady. It all tastes like the same stuff.
You go there?
No.
I think so.
But when I do, it all tastes the same. What do we got here? This came in the real mail.
Those look like big bag clips.
Legit. Oh, this came from the Queen. So it must be from up north or way out west or way out east. Let's see. Hi, Eric. I was in Euro Car Parts. Oh, so he must be from like England area, England, and saw this kit and immediately thought of you. Thanks for making the great videos and keep the great work up. Love always, Tony. And Tony sent Some plastic bits of kit, trim remover tools.
I guess they're not bag clips.
From Euro Car Parts. All types of plastic wedgie tools, which I break these quite often, so I'm glad to have an extra set of these because I go through lots of different ones. And it's nice to have various types of wedging stuff. Who's that from? JWDIG Talapsiba. Well, that's a pretty generous gift, and we don't even have a name to go with it. Well, we appreciate that. Thank you. Let's see. Hello from Huntsville, Alabama. An 03 Subi. That's making a whining sound from what I believe is a trans 3rd and 4th at low speed. Well, Andrew, that is not something I've run across, and I work on a bazillion Subis. I can't say I've ever had that customer complaint, so I can't really offer you much advice on that as much as I'd like to. That's why I don't like super chats, because I'm not really the man for the answers, unless it's something I've personally run across. So I honestly can't help you on that. I wish I could, but I'm just going to be real with you. I mean, short of seeing the car, but if you're all the way in Alabama, that's a long drive. What else we got going on?
Someone just asked me if I had worms.
I don't know. Let's see.
Hey, don't show me that.
Let's see. She just ate a
This
tire.
is a little box.
I might have to really have you drug tested. Crying out loud, woman. Oh, hey, you answer that question right now.
Did you fix my car? Oh, my timing belt. Yeah, he fixed my timing belt.
Keep talking.
And then he put tires on my van, fixed my door, replaced my squeaky belt, serpentine belt,
and
then bought me a new van.
Bingo. Problem solved. Not my problem for 10 years or 100,000 miles. Mrs. O is now the new proud owner of a 2019 Kia Sedona with 99 miles on it. No more.
Like 300.
You got 300 miles on it already? Mm-hmm. There's no more calling the complaint department at SMA. I solved her problems.
I might have to take a day off of work or two if I have to drive to the dealer.
You go up there and see my boy Chad. We already talked to the lead tech in the service department up there. Went right to the top, talked to him. It was kind of funny because he already knew me, which is kind of weird, but it was cool. Good old Chad. Shout out to Chad at Fusulio Kia. Big stand. So yeah, so that's how you fix your wife's problems. She's like, oh, my car this, my car that. You're like, boom, here's your new one.
And
have a nice day.
My rear hatch wasn't working.
Yeah, so the old Honda was starting to, I don't know how to say it, piss me off. Perhaps, is that the word I could use? It's probably a more kid-friendly word I could use, but it was just little things, just like constant. So I was like, it's time. We'd been looking for a while too. We looked at a few used ones there for a bit, and then they gave us the deal of the century. Check them puppies out. Bam! Oh, don't show them. Yeah, I'll read it.
I'll read it.
You got to speak loud because
I will read it loud and clear. Eric and crew, I know you said.
And he writes.
And he writes. Eric and crew, I know you said to hold off on the license plates, but you can't tell me what to do. Ha ha.
Is this a sexy letter? Eric. Read it like that. That'd be funny.
No, I'm a retired disabled veteran jet mechanic and spend a lot of time on YouTube nowadays. I love watching your videos and learning alternate methods to the home wrenching I do. Most of my time is spent restoring my wife's 1972 Torino wagon. What's that?
Ford Gran Torino. Don't you know Torino, like the movie, like Gran Torino, Clint Eastwood? Remember? You remember that movie, Torino, where he's like kicking everybody's ass? And
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yes, you have. It's a sad movie. The girl, she like gets by her brother, and there's the gang, and a lot of racial slurs in the movie, and then he ends up like going rogue in the end. It's a fantastic movie. It's super sad.
But you're not convincing me to see it. Okay, let's see what else he said. Okay, so anyways, he spends most of his time restoring his wife's 1972 Torino wagon, which needs tons of electrical repair. Included with the license plates is one of my patches I wore during multiple deployments from 2001 to 2016. I love seeing a fellow honest mechanic. Keep up the good work. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year from Smash.
Boom! Look at that. Triple score.
Is that where he's from?
The rarest, most exotic, hard to obtain license plates of all. From the only state that has interstates that's not connected to any other state, Hawaii. Look at that. So we really appreciate this. Mr. Smash, Paul, we appreciate your patch that you shared with us as you chose to serve your country. We do appreciate that.
Somebody said it'll trade me my Sedona for an old mint Trofeo.
Oh, don't even get her started, because now all we're going to hear is like, oh, my old Trofeo. That thing would go around corners. It was so great. That thing was a freaking toilet. I don't want to hear about it. Oh, it had leather and this and that.
It was my first car.
So my first car was a friggin' station wagon. You don't hear me like, man, I miss that old wagon. I mean, I do for certain reasons, but you know what I'm saying. Where are we at here? I'm happy to see Mrs. O in a Kia. One of the best vans for the price. I'm a Kia tech in South Jersey. And you've been an inspiration to me in the past few years. You've helped me out, grow a bunch. Thanks. Well, thanks, Steven.
Good to hear.
It's good to hear.
We've never owned a Kia.
Shuey says, keep up the excellent videos.
I think you missed that one.
This one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and my thoughts on a scanner at Harbor Freight.
From Jason.
Well, Jason, I'm sorry, but we do not have a Harbor Freight anywhere in our vicinity. It's about a 50-mile ride to get a Harbor Freight, so I don't keep up on, the DL at Harbor Freight. So I honestly don't know what they have that's new. So I can't answer that question. But I do appreciate the asking in the super chat. Let's see. Over here. I think this is just a rogue letter from Donald. This is the Eric O and family SMA. And he writes, I've only seen You've Got Mail. I think I'm supposed to say that in the AOL voice. I've only seen You've Got Mail. That's not really. I tried. One time, Meg Ryan was cute back then. But I got much more value out of your Chevy water pump video. Wow, that puts me like a peg above Meg Ryan.
Well, she used to be cute.
Yeah, then you got me. Thanks for making these tutorials. You have a thorough grasp of how to present the process. It was an invaluable help getting me through all the steps. I don't consider myself a mechanic, but it was necessary. I wish nothing but good fortune to yourself and your family. Love always, Donald. Well, thanks, Don. Thanks for putting me one step above Meg Ryan. Look what Meg Ryan looks like today. I remember You've Got Mail. You've Got Mail. That was like when AOL first came out. Remember dial-up? Did you ever have dial-up?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, when we lived in Howard, you remember? When we lived in a trailer. I don't know. I'm just saying. That's the only trailer in town.
It's a nice trailer.
Or what noise?
What's wrong with that?
Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying.
You make it sound like it is.
That's where we got married. That's where we made our first baby. Remember?
Yep.
Remember that night your freaking parents came over? That was the stupidest thing. What the hell do they call that?
I want to say a shining, but that's not it. A mooning, but that's not it.
No, they didn't moon us. So we're home. We go out. We get married. We come home to, because we're married, to go to sleep. And all of a sudden, her freaking parents and family's over beating on the side of our house. Like a bunch of lunatics. Apparently, it's some tradition.
What is it called? Somebody knows what it's called.
Somebody's got to know what it's called, but it's stupid is what it's called.
Yeah, it is stupid. Don't ever do that to somebody.
Yeah, if your kids get married, let them go home and pow wow, chicka chicka pow wow.
No, if you're somebody's kid and you're getting married, don't go home.
Yeah, don't tell your parents.
Go somewhere else. They don't know where you're going. That's where you need to do.
What do they call it? Somebody tell us what they call that.
Man.
Oh, what's that? Shh.
No.
Oh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's watching because Big Clive's in the comments. Is she drunk? No, they'll get banned. Why did? Oh, see you later, Gary. We'll see you tomorrow. Gary from Crown, he's stopping by. We gotta wait for him to pop up here. And interrupt us. Call him rude. Yeah, that's right. Chivalry?
No, that's not it.
There's some funny things. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Chivalry. That's what people keep saying. No, see, we were trying that, but
chivalry? Is that what it's called?
That's so redneck. Yeah, it's super redneck, let me tell you. I mean, we already lived in a town that had like 7 times the population of cows to people. And then bam, harassment, bushwhacking. I think it's chivalry. Parentis interruptus. I believe that is the scientific word for it. Yeah, that's right. Oh man. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah. Don't ban those people.
Called birth control.
Yeah, that didn't work.
Nope. Gavin was 9 months later.
We had 9 months to the day. I'm not saying.
After. It was the day.
Day after.
We were married on the 12th. He was born on the 13th.
He was born on Mother's Day. Talking about kudo points for planning there, huh? Just how it worked out. But I was like, I gotta get you nothing now. I got you a baby.
No, I got the baby. I brought the baby.
Yeah, but how about what's the best Mother's Day gifts you get? You're like, oh, I got flowers, I got this, I got that. You tell your friends like, you gave me a baby. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. So here's our next one. We're down to the last 2. Then we can chit chat over here. Oh, are we out of the PG realm? I don't think so. We're still good. Yeah, it says shivery. Yeah. Yeah, they shiveried me.
I guess. Let me read it.
I should. No, this one is not something you read. This is more technical. This is a plug. It's a plug.
I can't read it.
Go ahead. You gotta read what people can hear you.
Hello, Eric.
Lean forward.
I want to personally thank you for helping make Diagnostic Network a successful platform for today's and tomorrow's diagnosticians. It's the dedication and support from industry professionals like you that continues to fuel our spirit. Your dedication and participation with DN will promote and support a healthy dynamic within the community. Enclosed, you will find the Diagnostic Network merchandise we promise to deliver through your annual subscription. If you wouldn't mind, we hope you consider to help promote Diagnostic Network and spread the word by posting a picture of your swag package through any of your social channels. If you have any questions or feedback, please contact us. From myself and the team at Diagnostic Network, we thank you. With love, wait, what do you say?
Love always.
Love always, Scott.
Scott Brown, Diagnostic Network. In case you guys don't know a Diagnostic Network, check them out. I can't really explain it. It's like a auto repair forum on steroids of professionals and has some of the best reads contributors in the industry, is what I would say. That's the easiest way to put it. And this is their diagnostic swag pack because I paid for my year subscription. It is a paid subscription. If you are a professional tech in the shop, pick that up, woman.
I can't reach it.
Okay, then forget about it. These are some, I call them booby pokers because I put them in my pocket and you bend over right in the chest. Anywho, if you're in the shop and, professional shop and you want to advance yourself, short of going out and getting, local training, I don't think that you can better yourself more personally than subscribing to Diagnostic Network. Now, I'm not making a shameless plug because they asked me to and sent me a pocket screwdriver. It's just a matter of fact. The guys that are in there that are contributing to it are phenomenal. And if you have time to read and interact with these, it's pretty awesome. I wish I had more time to go in. I go in when I can. I try to contribute when I can. Read what I can for sure, just to try to soak it in. But some of it is it's overwhelming because there's just so much good stuff in there. So check them out. And yeah, I got a free mouse pad and t-shirt. Well, I paid for it, but anyway, they were nice enough to send multiple ones. So that's nice. So check them out. Diag.net. You'll meet familiar guys there like Keith DeFazio Keith Perkins that's there. He's one of the Blue Wrenchers, the L1 Auto Diagnostics and Programming. He just put up the link. He's in there. Mario from, oh my gosh. I'm drawing a blank. Now I feel like a jerk. He's on YouTube. I hate it when I see something. I cannot think of the rest of the screen name. Mario's Super Mario Diagnostics, I believe it is. He's in there. You'll see all kinds of guys in there. Like I say, some very, very famous trainers and contributors to the industry. So it's definitely worth the cost, the price of admission. Even I think they even have a free trial if you just want to check it out. I'm not 100% sure. Anywho, but a really great community of people in there, and you can learn a lot. Let's see, Eric Mickelson. This is from Mrs. O for dealing with your, he means stuff. I'll be sure to give that to her, Eric Mickelson, right away. This bought you a van, woman. Let's see here.
Did you read that one?
What, this one?
Yeah.
This one?
Did
Yes.
you read that one?
Yeah, it's from Chewy. Keep up the excellent videos. But for some reason, the timer ran out, but it's still
There
there.
was one, I think you didn't see it.
No, those are the ones right there.
This.
Kiss that beauty. What? Like on TV? Come on, this is rated G. All right.
Wow. So romantic. Oh gosh.
That's like a movie star kiss.
Ooh.
All right, yes. Now they're gonna send money to.
See more kisses?
Yes. This isn't one of those kind of shows, people. But for the right price. Now we'd get kicked off YouTube. Plus, you'd be embarrassed.
You're the one that seems more embarrassed.
I don't know. Last one, folks. And he writes, Dear Eric, first off, I was supposed to have called when I was in Bath over Turkey Day. Oh, I don't know if I remember. I'm not going to read that part because it's kind of personal. I hope you and your family had a very Merry Christmas and a safe and Happy New Year. Here's a set of license plates to add to your collection, and I'm sending you some money for a couple SMA stickers. One for me, one for Sophie. And yes, she's still watching all your videos once or twice when she can. Rusty Barnes. Mr. Rusty. Let's see. Oh, and then that's the rest of that. So your stickers are in the mail, Rusty, or Sophie, whoever is watching. Which Sophie's usually up in our chat, but sometimes it gets kind of swallowed up in all the folks. But Rusty sent me his Bronze Stars, Illinois license plates, matched pair, Land of Lincoln, Abe Lincoln, I think. Right? We'll assume so. I don't really know history very well, but that's really cool, Rusty. I know Sophie had asked about these last what?
Nothing.
Last What's Up Wednesday, but yes, they have arrived, so have no fear. What? Don't say anything inappropriate if you're gonna say something.
What do you mean?
All right, that's it, folks, for mail call. We're through the mail call, and now we can. No, I don't think he stole them. He's a cop, man. Maybe. I don't know. I doubt it. Yeah, there's Wyatt. Hey, Wyatt.
Hi, Wyatt.
There's Diagnosed Dan. Oh, just met Dan. I got to add Diagnosed Dan as a moderator. He's one of the good guys. Add moderator. Bam. Diagnosed Dan is now a moderator. You're a Blue Wrencher, Dan. You now possess the power of the ban button. Let's see. Oh, there's Glenn, the famous Glenn from Delaware.
I saw that.
Yeah, you saw that?
Yeah.
Oh, were you friends on Facebook with him?
Must be.
Oh, I saw it too. Of course, he's on the news. He's on like the Pittsburgh News.
Who's watching the kids?
They're in the office plugged in right now because, see, we don't have internet at home or television. So Mrs. O brings them down here and they're like, they flick their little thumbs for like the next hour or whatever. And then they go home like with their hands hurting and like eyes this big, brains half fried. Go back home to our cabin in the woods.
Most of today they did experiments in the kitchen this morning.
Oh, good. Now they're making meth.
Oh gosh. No.
What did they do? Make slime?
Like slime and salty water with food coloring in it and salt. And
where were you sleeping?
I was cleaning the rest of the house. I'd already been through the kitchen, and then there was those little foam styrofoam balls all over because they had those in slime already, and then they come out of the slime and then they go everywhere. So I said, 3 minutes, pick it up, slime goes in the garbage.
Boom, laying down the law.
Mm-hmm.
Cole's Garage says, have you ever worked for someone else before owning your shop? And if so, is it worth it financially working for yourself opposed to working for somebody else? Thinking of making a move myself. Thanks.
That's a complicated question.
That's a super complicated question. I guess to answer your first question, yes, I have worked for somebody else. I've worked multiple jobs up until this point, but only in one shop, and that was for my father.
Is it worth it financially? Depends on where you are, what you're making now,
and how you like to live. My situation is a lot different. A lot of folks that open a shop, I think they open a shop with the intention of growing their shop and growing their business and adding employees and adding bays and a super expansion into a huge conglomeration. I don't know anything about that. The only thing I know about is the type of business that I opened, where I didn't want to work for the man, aka Pops, and
or partnered with.
Yeah, I didn't want to be partnered with anybody. I just wanted to work by myself. I knew for my lifestyle that I could support myself with what I could buy my shop for. I just put all the numbers on papers. I knew how much my shop cost. I knew what the operating costs were. I knew what I was equipped with tool-wise, what I could handle. And I didn't work outside my skill set until I could, build and expand on. But I'm content with what I have and my income level. I certainly could grow my shop into, 2 more full-time employees and, build and expand and, keep going and, have this big monopoly here in downtown Avoca, which we pretty much already have because we're the only shop.
And Avoca's so small.
Yeah. So, we could grow and expand, but that's not my business model. Now that sounds foolish because that could lead me into early retirement, but it could also put me in the insane asylum because I don't want that kind of stress. When something happens, I get sick, whatever, can't work, I'm done. That's it. I'm done. I can close up. I don't have to worry about anybody. I don't have to worry about employees. I don't have to worry about somebody making mistakes and my name's on it. It's just, for me, it's simple. So it is possible to do. I think that we do well, right?
Yeah,
we do well. We have a family, we have kids, we have a home, and it works out well. But I do not have the ability or the benefit of calling in sick. I don't have someone managing my 401k. I don't have
putting into it for you.
Yeah, I have problems. If there's a problem in the shop, it's my problem. It's not my boss's problem. So if I have a boss and at the end of the day, I'm like, oh yeah, by the way, this car's all effed up, I'm going home. I can't do that.
But
if I go and the car is like all effed up, I go, hey, Mrs. O, I got a car here. It's all effed up. I'm not going to be home tonight. So that's the difference.
It's a lot of time, and you bring it home with you. But we also got to bring our kids to work since they were a week old. There's benefits and there's pros and cons both ways. But if you're thinking just monetary wise, you need to really work out those numbers for yourself where you are. And, I know that a lot of people will say like, oh, you're going to make a ton of money. It's going to be so great. But if you start out with a ton of debt, it's a long time before that happens, before you're going to see that turnaround. And you got to really see, like, is it really worth it for you, for your lifestyle with how you live, or do you want to just live at the shop? And even if you are that excited about it, like, it's going to get old at some point. You want to be able to like close the doors and go home, but you can't always do that because it's yours. It's your baby.
Yeah, it's your baby. And, I've told the story before when I first started. I started with a with pretty much nothing, an empty shop.
Worked on the floor.
Yeah, worked on the floor. I had my low-rise lift. I had no big lift. I had no big air compressor. I mean, my oil change tank is my old air compressor. But I was just willing to work and do what it took. So I would work around the clock 7 days a week just to make money so I could make the next purchase, to make the next, to buy, an air compressor and buy a lift. I've told you guys this story before. Before. That's just how we made it work. I didn't want to go in debt, and I didn't want to buy anything that I couldn't afford. So I would just work until I could afford something. If that meant, laying on, cardboard and using jack stands and, to do the best job that you could to, make the next paycheck. Well, not really paycheck, but to make some income that you could invest into your business. That's what I did. And eventually we bought, new furnaces. We, put in new lighting. We bought, a new lift. We bought a new air compressor. But when it's all over, it's all paid for because that's how we chose to do it. We could have gone to the bank and took out a huge ass loan, and we could have went to the bank and took out a big loan, but I didn't want to. I'm not a huge risk taker. So I didn't want to find out, like, what, this doesn't work. And then, find out, well, it doesn't work. This job sucks and I'm in debt. So that's why I took the road that I did, because if it didn't work, you wipe your hands, you walk away, you go get a job. And that's how I chose to do it. So
they want to see me fix some more stuff, but I don't have to because my van's new.
That's right. You bring in, check the tire pressure. Actually, you just push the button so it comes up on your screen. Be like, check. Alex says, hey man, radiator's been leaking. I bled the air out of the system. Now the leak is gone. Am I prone to more leaks? Well, if it's leaking, I mean, it's gonna leak. I guess perhaps I'm not getting the concept of the question here. So yes, if your radiator is leaking and it caused the system to be full of air, and you bled the air and filled it up and it's still leaking, yes, it's going to continue to leak. I would only have to assume. Just a minute. Dan over here is having some problems. All right, Dan, where are you at there, buddy? For some reason, you're not getting your blue wrench. I want my wrench money back. I come up here, I click his name, I hit add moderator. Dan is now moderator for your channel. It pops up on my side, Dan. It says that you are. I don't know how many moderators are allowed in chat. I think a ton of them, because we go on other people's chats and that everybody's a moderator. Try and say something, Dan. I've clicked it on my end multiple times. So you should have a blue wrench. If you don't, I'm going to assume, I don't know what I'm going to assume. I don't know. It's broke. It's YouTube. No wrenchy. I'm sorry, Dan. Please forgive me. Dan's a super brilliant guy. If you guys don't know Diagnose Dan, I feel like I have to give him shameless promotion now. Go check out Diagnose Dan. I'll get you a link to his channel. The guy is brilliant and has better English than myself. Not that I think that I open a new tab. Here we go. He speaks really. I like Dan. He's a funny guy too, and he has a brilliant way of explaining things. Brilliant, and he says words like brilliant too. There's a link to Diagnose Dan. Go over, click subscribe. You will not be disappointed, particularly if you like European cars, because he works on European cars. Beautiful European cars. They're always clean. I don't know where he gets these cars. I never see any rust in his shop. It's like, oh, here's this beautiful car off the showroom floor. I think he waxes them all before he does his videos. I could be wrong. But yeah, if you guys don't know Diagnose Dan, go check him up. Go check him up. Is that what I said? Go look him up. Oh, I can't eat any more of this.
Me neither.
You know why? Because I had a sub today. Oh, what do we got here? Alan Matthews, and he writes, why am I using the OTC instead of the Snap-on? Why? Well, yeah, and to be honest with you, I haven't used the Snap-on in a video in probably over a year. Maybe you're going back through some of the old archive. I don't really have an answer for it. I haven't updated the Snap-on, so that's probably why. And I don't know. I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. I just haven't really used the Snap-on much because it frustrates me because of its limitations. So that's usually why I use, Autel Launch, the OTC, something like that. So yeah, I guess that's the short answer. I wish I had a better answer for you. I just don't, because typically if I'm using it, I got to grab something else in most cases. What's this guy say? Manny. Manny says he got a 2010 Tundra that has New York rust. Had to replace the engine and $7,000 worth of repairs in 1 year of ownership. Keep her, get rid of. Sounds like she's just about brand new. Sounds like a real toilet, to be honest with you. 2010 needing $7,000. Holy smokes. I probably would have flushed that toilet a long time before that happened. However, sometimes you get in a situation where you get a vehicle and next thing you know, you're upside down in it. Short of seeing it, I can't tell you whether or not the car is, worth keeping or worth getting rid of. So I would hope with the amount of repairs you've done into it,
you should keep it.
You should probably keep it and try to recoup some of your money. I always wish I could just give folks the Scotty Kilmer answer.
Which would be better in this case? Thanks, George.
Yeah, thank you, George. If that question came across Scotty Kilmer's channel, I gotta think how he would answer that. Oh, if he says, man, he writes, I got a 2010 Tundra that has New York rust on it. I had to replace the engine and $7,000 worth of repairs. Well, Manny, we all know those trucks, the transmissions are going to go bad. So if you keep the truck, it's going to need a transmission. You might better get a Toyota Corolla. I think that's probably something like he would say. I'm just guessing. We'll see what the people say.
But if you don't want a Toyota Corolla, just keep your Tundra.
No, it's Scotty Kilmer. He only wants Toyota Corolla. Bought an 87.
F1,
F350. Last year, your electric diagnosis helped me in fixing the aftermarket mumbo jumbo. Oh, aftermarket mumbo jumbo.
Did you cut it all up?
Yeah, see, they like the Scotty Kilmer one.
So do I.
That's what he is, man. The guy, but he's quick. He's witty, man. He's on answers, even though they're total BS, and all the answers are just kind of roundabout nothing. It's just fantastic. He's just brilliant at answering. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. And it all ends up with, we all know that car is garbage and it's going to need a transmission. And you don't want to do that because that can be really expensive. And then he goes on to the next question, just like flawlessly, just boom, boom, boom. He just beats through him. It's amazing. Andy's banned me from his channel permanently. I love it. That's okay, though. I miss those for you. Thanks for coming to the shop. That's from Alan.
Thanks, Alan.
Man, now I owe you all kinds of money. I have a misfire. Changed spark plug and coil. Still has a misfire. Car shakes bad and drive reverse okay and park neutral. Drives pretty bad and shakes at a stoplight. Any suggestions?
What kind of car is that?
Well, that's redundant. So Bruce, that's a really open-ended question. Anyways, I'll do the best I can to answer the question. So in order for the car not to misfire, it has to have fuel, spark, compression, all happening at the correct time, and the engine has to have the ability to breathe. If it has all of those things, it will not misfire. So, I mean, it could be a lot. If I'm just guessing, I mean, it could be, if you know what cylinder is misfiring, if it's a single cylinder misfire, it could be, low compression in that cylinder. It could be, fuel delivery. Just by putting a coil and spark plug in it doesn't mean that they're working. It could be, valve timing issue on that cylinder, whether, worn cam lobe, incorrectly adjusted valves. We see this a lot with Subarus that come in, just for example, where the exhaust valve, starts to get tight over time as it migrates through the head. Now it just has a misfire in drive at an idle. You bring it off an idle, smooth as butter. And that just needs, valve adjustment. So there's lots of things that can make a misfire besides a spark plug and a coil. Like I say, fuel, spark, compression, timing, and ability to breathe. It's missing one of those components. That's the best I can answer the question. This guy is from Ringgold, Georgia. Love your channel. Both of you are sharing with us on live chat. Keep up the good work. Thanks, James. Good. Hey, he's got the same last name as one guy we know. Nice Scotty impression. I should have some dark glasses. Just a super chat to support the channel. Thanks, Anvil C5. He must be a Corvette guy. C5, you know the C5?
No. Why'd you ask me?
Because like Corvette guys, you don't be like, oh, I got a vet. You're like, no, I got a C6. That way you can kind of know where you're at on a social scale. Because if you're a C4, they're like, oh, I didn't know you're retired. No, you don't get Corvette jokes. Anyhow, oh, my Jeep. Where's my Jeep? My Jeep's out back. It has to be done by February 10th. That is the deadline to have the Jeep done because we're going on a poker run. And that's February 10th. And I already committed. I told the guys on the Facebook, like, hey, we're going on the poker run. I clicked in not so many words. And so we're going on a poker run, 4-wheel drive poker run. So we need to have the Jeep done so we can go out and just beat the balls off it and see what breaks. And then tow it back to the shop when we're done. Yeah, Glenn, see, he's like, oh, what's a Corvette? Because he doesn't want people to know he's a Corvette guy. Yes, he does. He's always taking pictures on Facebook. You should see him.
His car or his beard like that you like to talk about?
His beard? Don't even talk about Glenn's beard. I just want to go home and shave now. That guy grows like the sweetest beard. I have such beard envy. Like, I want to go home and shave because I don't even feel like I'm like, oh, there's Glenn. Wow, I should go shave my beard. Look at that thing. I mean, yeah, it's like a perfect.
I just always think that, you know, when the guy has like a perfect beard, he's probably really hairy everywhere.
Oh, I don't even know.
I don't know.
I don't want to know.
I'm just saying.
Oh, gosh. Oh, Glenn's going to text me a shirt off picture now. I can see it coming.
Don't text it to me. Thanks.
Oh, if you text it to me, Glenn, I'm forwarding it to her.
If you text me one of you, I'll text you one of them.
No, don't text anything, Glenn, or I'll ban you from my channel. And I'll tell everybody your beard's fake. Science of Diagnostic, right? Self-made all reminds me of the first gas station I worked at that got me hooked in automotive. Keep on keeping on. Hey, that's one of my sayings. We couldn't do it without guys like you bringing the industry back up to a higher standard. Well, thank you, Science of Diagnostics. I'm not familiar. Is that a YouTube channel? Because if it is, we got to go check it out. I'm just going to check real quick. Hang on, folks. I cannot see the chat right now. Boom, 32 subs. Science of Diagnostic. We are now subscribed. We will be checking out his channel. We do appreciate that super chat. Thank you very much. Why banned by Scotty? He's a Western New York native, Snowflake. Did he just call me Snowflake?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of. Yeah. Well, anyhow, why did he ban me? Because I asked too many questions. He did a video one time. He was showing people why a car wouldn't start because of a shorted out component, something like that. I think it was that video, because I emailed him and asked him, like, Scotty, what's the big deal? Why'd you ban me? He's like, well, basically because I can't call out his BS that he puts out in his videos. But he was showing this purge solenoid on this Ford that he was working on, 2-wire purge solenoid. And he's telling people, like, when these sensors short out on your modern day cars, they'll make it not start. So this is why the new cars are so expensive to fix. I'm like,
wait a second. You kind of sound a little bit like the Cookie Monster there.
Well, you look like the Cookie Monster. Cookie. So anyhow, he's showing this purge solenoid, and I'm like, a purge solenoid is not going to make your car not start. So I was like, Scotty, I think you're kind of that's some bad information, bro. That's a canister purge valve. In case you didn't know, that will not make your car not start and have no communication. So he did this fake video where he's like, all you got to do is reach under your hood and unplug this sensor. And then you get one of these expensive computers like what I have, and you plug it right in. And now with that sensor unplugged, your car will start right up. I'm like, Scotty, that is total BS, dude. You totally made this video up. That is a bunch of crap. So I called him out on that. And I think that's when he banned me on that account, or one of the 50 other accounts where he shows like crappy information. But either case, he has a ton of followers. He makes videos that apply to the majority. So, that's fantastic. I mean, he has found a niche. He makes $1.2 million a year on YouTube, and good for him. I mean, he's going to retire on it. People love him. So, let him do his thing. But yeah, he does not like to be told when, and it wasn't like, telling, it's just like, hey, that's just not good information. It's not like, hey, you're an a-hole, Scotty. It's just, no, that's just piss poor information, bottom line. So anyhow.
Somebody made the comment of ear beards. So.
Of whose beard?
Ear beards. When the hair comes out of the ear.
Glenn might have an ear beard. He's.
Is Glenn even here anymore? Should we talk too much about him?
Glenn says, don't be mean. I have feelings. Oh, crap.
Oh.
Let's see. I make sure I think got his phone number on it.
Well, you should have done that.
Yeah. Glenn sent Mrs. O a picture. There he is. There's Ozstar. I love this guy. Oh, it's not going to end now. This is gonna go from 0 to stupid. I guarantee it. No, it's gonna get there. Trust me. Yeah. Oh boy. Let's see where we're at here. Oh, you guys rock from DP 672. Well, thanks, DP. Oh, that's Canada. Our friends up north. Anyhow. What we got? Oh yeah, there's old Glenn. See, he knew we were gonna show it. Go ahead and send us a real one, Glenn. I'll show it. No, don't send me anything. I've seen some stuff you send. You want to do something funny, like sometimes I won't even tell you what I do to Glenn. Put it this way, he won't click on any of my Amazon links anymore. Oh boy, Glenn, me and him, like sometimes we'll talk on the phone and his wife thinks he's crazy because we just sit there giggling like a bunch of little girls and with a chat back. We're sending up stuff. Oops.
What did you do?
Sugar. There we go. I need to buy Mrs. O a cool car like Camaro or Corvette. She doesn't want one, Joseph. Trust me.
No, thanks, Joseph.
What did Glenn? He says something like this is gonna get ugly or something.
I like my van.
She's a minivan mom at this point.
I think it's so perfect. And this one is cool because the middle row, like the seats fold up from like this to this, and so then you have the whole back area. You can just load things up in there. It's amazing.
I wonder if you're sitting back there and you hold on to the lever that flips it up and you hit the brakes, if you can be like sit in position and be like against the Oh, and
behind that seat, the middle seat, is a loop. You can pull it and it flips the seat up. So can you do that to somebody else? That's what I want to know.
Like hold that, and be like, Mom, hit your brakes. Like instant, like karma or whatever. You know, when a kid's being naughty, you can holler back like Trinity. You know what to do. She'll pull the lever, you spike the brakes, boom, bounce his head off the headrest. Be like, there, son. I mean, not that we do that to our kids or anything, but it would be pretty fun.
We
might.
We need to think about it.
Let's see. Oh boy, here we go. This guy says, give it Mrs. O a high five. I have an 83 olds and a 98 olds. Love it to death. That's right. 3.8 forever. Yep, the old Buick 231. With a massive and let's see. Whoa. I got a 16 Hemi Dodge Ram with a massive and ferocious 5.7. That's an overstatement. Thoughts on aftermarket HID headlights? The factory low beams are waffle. Well, I would say I probably wouldn't go aftermarket HID because now you're buying, you know, a ballast and, you know, the bulbs and stuff like that. I would be more inclined to try my favorite, the Sylvania Silver Star Ultras, still a halogen bulb. Put them in, 49 bucks, buys you 2 bulbs, lasts about a year. That's the downside. They're hella bright. They make, you know, vast improvements on the light, and you don't have to modify anything. I think if I was going to do something other than that, I would be more inclined to go with newer technology and try an LED bulb, which I know they make. They make, you know, vehicle-specific LED bulbs to replace your 9006s, 7s, 5s, whatever it has in it. And they have little cooling fans and stuff on them, and they're hella bright too. However, there are a lot of Chinese manufacturers of them. I would be doing some Amazon review reading to see which ones lasted long. I've had a few companies send me some. They just show up in the mail. And I open them up, and they're broken in the box. You know, they're junk. So I would do some looking, perhaps, like I say, Sylvania Silver Star Ultras if you want to stay with a halogen, or perhaps an LED bulb before I went with an HID, you know, something that used the ballast and, you know, took $120 bulbs. I assume the aftermarket ones use like the same type of Phillips bulbs like they use in the domestic HID systems, like in the Cadillacs and the Priuses and stuff like that. Their bulbs are just expensive. Oh, do we miss something here? This is from Fama. Hey, Mrs. O. She's married. It's Mrs. O. Hey, Ms. O and Eric. Your channel is going great. Hoping to get downtown Avoca for a visit. Don't blink or you'll drive right by. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Fama. Oh, Ivan's up in here from Pine Hollow.
Fama, like from like a Fama, like from that what is it? Alexander's no good, terrible, bad day, whatever. I don't think I said that right. Like Fama, like that, or is that like your name? Because in that movie, he is a Fama because he's the father and the mother, and the baby calls him Fama, and it's a great movie.
I thought he was a Fami.
No, I think it's a Fama.
I don't remember. Yes, Jared, we did get some deer. I cannot disclose the.
Just one.
Nope.
We got one
deer.
deer.
We'll leave it at that.
Yep. What's your favorite non-electric hand tool? Kilo locks.
My favorite non-electric hand tool? The hammer. That's what I would say.
Uh-huh. Oh, I finished your bed today. Finished.
You mean the bed I made for you?
Yeah, finished the finishing touches.
The finishing touches. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
Mm-hmm.
Way to be a Susie homemaker.
Mm-hmm. And I've moved the headboard.
Chris Fix doesn't watch this channel. He's got me banned on his channel too. I'm banned on everybody's channel. That's okay though. It doesn't matter. I think I got banned on his channel before I had a channel. I think we're clear about that. Oh, where is Ivan? I did see Ivan. Let's see, where is he? I said hi to him. There he is. Let's see if Ivan gets the blue wrench. Dan is having a problem. I added Ivan as a moderator. Let's see if his wrench turns blue. Luke, I'm not your farmer. That's from Jaron. Anywho, I guess we're probably running out of things to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Yeah, Keith has LED headlights in his reverse lights. Those are retina scorchers too. He puts that van in reverse. It's like blinding. Where's the dogs? Oh, hey, what do you want, buddy?
There's a child.
Come here, child. Oh, child, oh, child, oh, child of mine. Do you think you might? What is this crap? Hey,
my hair.
His mom lets him have long hair so he can be like, hey, bro, do it. Come on. Be like, hey, what's up, bro?
He's got gray hair.
Let me get on my skinny jeans. Do it. Give me a flick, man.
What's in your hair though? Is that slime?
I don't
Come
know.
on, give me a flick, bro. Be like, hey,
Give me a flick.
and go like, hey, bro.
No.
How tight are your skinny jeans?
No.
Come on.
He's a cool kid. I'll take him.
Yeah. All right. What do you need? What's up?
You came out for kids?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Show the people that you love your mother.
You won't ever kiss his. You won't ever kiss his mommy. Hey, Diagnose Stan's got his blue wrench.
Give me
Boom.
some.
Give me a kiss.
Diagnose Stan. He's got it fixed. All right.
He's a good boy.
Go tell your sister to come here. She wanted to come here for a minute. Come on. Go cut your hair too, you little punk. Yeah.
How cold is it here? It's not that cold, but it's cold. It's like what? 30?
Not too bad.
It's like 30-ish, around 30. Mm-hmm.
Ivan fixed it. How the heck did Ivan get you a blue wrench? I can't.
Mm-hmm. He must have added him as a moderator.
Yeah, must be.
Let him. Can you buy that?
It's like $12.
Maybe just.
Hey, girl.
got
I
you.
know, but this
Hey.
tracks for steps, tracks like.
What's up, girl?
Been sleeping with tap
Oh my gosh! How much do you weigh?
She weighs 70 pounds.
Huh?
I don't know.
Crap biscuit.
Like 65?
65 pounds?
No, he doesn't. He weighs 70.
I don't think so.
Buttman. Thanks, Buttman.
What's NOK?
Not sure. Anywho, so Trinity's out here. You got your here, hold still. Wait a minute. Oh, they don't jingle?
No, they're just Christmas ornaments.
What's going on with your hair? Holy smokes.
Mama didn't brush it.
She didn't brush it?
No.
Man, move your leg here.
Add this to your coat.
We'll talk about it later.
I'll think about it.
Let's see, what would it say?
Okay,
What's this guy say?
go away.
No, I'm not going away.
Would you
I'm not
recommend
talking about it, or Nancy.
going to a trade
No.
school or junior college to be a mechanic? I would not recommend it. If you don't have a place that you could jump in hands-on apprenticeship, I would say that's going to be the best option, unless other people can fill in on this. Wyatt says hi. Say hi to Wyatt. Remember Wyatt? He came up to our house.
Yeah.
Remember? Guy brought the Jeep down. He slept in. Remember?
Your bed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we kicked him. You got kicked out of your room, and remember?
Anyways, he said hi to
He
you.
said hi.
Like over there.
It's a Norwegian
So
crone.
up there.
Big fan of the channel. Well, thank you, Buttman.
Norwegian. What?
Crone. Man, girl, you need to calm this mess down.
It's even bigger.
Looks like you got dreadlocks. Hey, man.
It's even
She
bigger.
could have dreadlocks in a day.
You could have dreadlocks. Be like, oh, I don't know how dreadlock people talk. How did you make it sound? Hey, man. You tell me how to get to the boat launch, man. I got to find my ship, man. Okay, what else? What do we got here?
I would listen to it.
Slightly.
What computer, tablet, and
I
case
was
do I use
60.
in my shop? I use Microsoft Surface
Sorry.
Pro with Urban Armor case. The case is about $100, and then I've got the glass screen protector on top of that, and it seems to be pretty stout. I've actually dropped it a couple times, and it hasn't broke yet. So far, they want to. Hey,
Right there.
they want to know if you smell popcorn.
No.
No,
No.
not yet.
Ah, don't you dare fart at me.
Yeah, man, dude, you so need a haircut, bro.
I know. I don't.
Yeah, you
Just
do.
needs a little bit of a cut.
Oh, that is so in.
Also when he takes a shower, it's down over here, I think. Yeah.
When he
Down
takes a
like
shower.
right here. Like that.
When's the last time you took a shower?
Yesterday.
Oh,
You skip it.
Thanks,
today,
Frank.
then.
Thanks, Frank.
What did he say?
he sent $1 for Evan to buy a pair of scissors and cut his hair.
I
like to buy candy.
It's Marlo's haircut day.
Ooh, get wrecked. Oh,
It is.
No, it's
Mhm. Marlo's haircut day.
haircut day. Not for me.
No,
Yes,
not
it
for
is.
you.
Not for
Yes,
me.
it is. The haircut thing, everybody's
No,
They
my
want-
hair would be poofed up.
you don't get a haircut.
Yes, you do.
Oh, she's a girl.
It's shaved.
No.
No.
Oh.
Let's see. Anyhow, we probably ought to wrap it up here. We're coming up on our time.
No.
Yeah, unless you have
No.
anything to say, what do you got to say to the people? Anything? You got anything important?
I
thank-
have a gymnastic mat for Christmas.
Thanks, Jennifer.
What?
You got a gymnastic mat for Christmas?
Yeah.
What? What do you do on that? Huh?
Stuff.
What?
Like what?
Cartwheels,
You got-
back
you got-
bends,
Cartwheels,
and back bends.
back bends, and splits.
Mm-hmm.
Stop. Real funny. All right. What else did you get for Christmas? Anything good?
Not really. A ukulele.
Yeah.
Somewhere over the rainbow. Is that the song you're gonna play?
No.
Oh, that's the only song I know.
What?
That's the only
it.
ukulele song I know. Hi from West Virginia. What do you think about the 1989 Chevrolet Suburban Square Body 350-700 R4? I would say if it's a Virginia truck and that baby is clean, that was a pretty deadly combo at the time. The old TBI 350, the 700 R4, they were pretty stout.
Deadly as in good deadly?
Yeah, like that was a good, that's when Chevy had it like going on.
Uh-huh.
I think they were pretty decent, pretty solid units. But in New York, I mean, that would be unheard of. You would never, ever see that vehicle here in probably the past 20 years anyways. They'd be long gone. But in Virginia, it might be a different story. I'm going to be doing videos like yourself in the future. Watching you and Scanner Air keeps me going. I've learned a lot from your videos. No rust in Florida. That has got to be amazing. Good luck on your video adventure, Cole. Let us know when you get your channel up and running. Definitely go over to check it out.
So do I get $5?
For what?
I want $5.
No,
You don't need any
I
money.
need $5.
You need
Let's
a
see.
job.
Ukulele, Tony Tim. Till toe through. Oh,
I need a
Tony Tim
$5.
tiptoed. I think Tony Tim tiptoed through the tulips.
I really need $5.
No, don't be saying that.
I
Stop.
need it.
Stop.
What the thunder?
What in the thunder?
What in the thunder?
What about a Land Rover? They want to know.
I don't know Land Rover language.
Also, I lost 2 teeth.
Huh? You lost 2 teeth? You lost 2 teeth
A while
ago.
You got all your teeth right now.
That's why it looks like you got chiclets. Till your fangs come in. Grow next to your chiclets. Glenn wants to know why your tongue is red.
Because I drank
Gatorade.
See? Elijah said, here's $5. Take my money. So anyhow, we got to get going home.
No!
Time to go to bed.
No!
Yeah, time to go to bed. All right, you're out of here.
No! Take Evan out!
You
got $5.
Say thanks,
So
Angel.
she needs it.
Thanks!
All right, go back in the office. Nope, come on.
No! Ow! Ow! I can't leave!
Go call Child Protective Services, okay?
No!
Go call CPS. I'll give you the phone number.
Why does Evan have to be thrown out of the video?
All the kids are going. We're saying goodbye, and this is kind of.
No!
You can say goodbye with us if you're not.
You just got 13.
Oh, that's from Justin.
Yay! I
You
got
just got like
$8.
Oh, what did he say?
Oh,
Here's Trinity's $5. Don't tell her to spend it all in one place. He drives Peterbilt.
can I have some?
All right,
Why
okay, go
don't
back
she
in the
just
office.
have
Go back in the
18?
office. Come on.
I'll share mine.
Out of here.
Buy you some
Adios.
more Taco Bell.
Adios.
$10 now.
All right, adios, muchacha and muchacho.
Do I have $10?
Yep.
Okay.
All right, goodbye.
No, Trinity, you got $18.
Goodbye.
No, we have 10.
Come
You
on,
got 18.
make like a tree and leaf. All right, you're out of here like a pregnant chick's belly button.
These pants are brand new.
They know. They
Merry
know.
Christmas dress and pants.
Also
And
this.
sweatshirt.
And my sweatshirt.
Mm-hmm.
The Christmas dress.
Ooh, it's getting you all fuzzy though. Look, it's even green fuzz all over you.
It's Christmas.
Yep. Okay, get in the office. Come on, run. Your brother wants you in there. All right, come on. Oh, what in the thunder? Hey, sissy. Hey, honey, you can't do that because it gets too loud in here, okay? Oh, this is from Robert. Portia. Wow, this is pretty generous. Beautiful family. I'm moving from a code reader to pick up a full pick and pull DIY. Wait a minute.
Beautiful family, I'm moving from a code reader and a pick and pull DIY. Followed your video and replaced suspension 2008 Hyundai Santa Fe. Take care.
Oh, well, thank you, Robert. That's
Thanks, Robert.
more than generous from you. Wow. The super chats have been really fantastic this evening. Of course, the interaction with all you folks have been this evening, but we do have to wrap it up. So we thank each and every one of you for the super chats, for joining us, for putting up with us for a few hours here, the 3,000 folks that were watching there for a while. Thank you for the fan mail. Don't forget to go into our email inbox at WUWSMA@outlook.com. I'll bring it up on the bottom of your screen. There it is. And, so if you have any topic suggestions for What's Up Wednesday, be sure to throw them there in that email address. Now, the email inbox is monitored. However, it is not responded to. We will, go through and read them. It fills up relatively quickly, so we try to pick out of that and use those topics for What's Up Wednesday. Do you have anything to add, Mrs. O?
Happy New Year. Make it better than the last.
Everybody says Happy New Year. There's 362 days left to go, or 3.
Make it better than the last one.
I try to make every day better than the last one.
Oh,
Yeah, pretty much.
I'll remind you of that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ow. You're like into my thigh, woman. Come on, Keith. Don't spread rumors. Anywho, so we're going to get rolling. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back next week for next week's What's Up Wednesday. And be reading more fan mail, more just general BSing. I guess it is, hanging out in the shop. Maybe Mrs. O will be here. Maybe she won't. Next week you won't with it because you got your thing, and your thing. And so it'll just be me. Who knows? Maybe we can have call-in special guests. You never know what we're going to do. We never have a plan. There's never a method to the madness.
There's never a plan until there's a plan.
Yes, there's not a plan until a plan, and it always goes right until it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, go down, click subscribe, ring that bell, as Scotty would say, and we'll see you guys around. Just remember, viewers, if I can do it,